Welcome to Seat Time.
Yes.
I'm Marcus.
And I'm Elvis.
The Golden Drive, Roads Untraveled. We started a podcast, and this is episode
Number two.
Number
Dose.
two.
Yeah. So if you guys do not know, Roads Untraveled, Marcus, you do a lot of filming of cars.
Car reviews.
Driving cars. Yeah. Car reviews, all of that.
Yeah.
And I do the same. I used to do more car reviews in the past, but now I'm doing more builds, essentially. Yeah, we just thought we'll start a channel together because we just love talking about cars.
We talk about, this is something, as we mentioned last week, we would do anyways. And hopefully we can bring you guys some value and
Yes.
potentially some stories along the way.
Yeah, and we come from different, I would say, again, with the backgrounds in automotive. You do more driving. I do more working on, studying about the theory behind power
Custom
and custom
cars.
stuff.
Yes.
So, yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited.
And I believe, if I had to guess, you've probably owned way more cars over your life than I
that
have.
don't run. Most of the cars that I own do not run.
And you've also probably owned, if I had to guess, the most different engine configurations and drivetrain configurations.
Oh, shoot, I guess that's true, yeah.
Because you have, correct me if I'm wrong, your Jag, one of your Jags
V12.
is a V12.
XV12. You took the motor out.
But correct me if I'm wrong, and we don't have to go on a tangent with this, but I was thinking about it last week. Is this the same model year design, body shape that Jeremy Clarkson and the guys at Top Gear had on the train episode?
I think it was. I didn't even think of that.
Okay, that's the one that comes to mind.
Yes, it's
but-
an XJS. Yes,
Okay.
so that was the same model they had. So I have too many Jags and no cars that run. Of
course
you have
not.
all your cars run, so that's
That's because I only have one. It's pretty easy.
yes. Well, you end up driving, which is cool. A lot of press cars.
Yeah.
So you get to explore the different. I would say you're up to date with technology and different things that manufacturers are doing now, even
Yes.
more than me. Yeah, and so today we're gonna be talking about some very interesting topics. When you sent me the text,
Well, last week we started off with the AMG GT 4-door, very controversial, and I wanted to open up a question for you to kind of start this. Are you optimistic about the future of enthusiast sports cars, new cars right now, going forward? Are you enthusiastic about the future?
yes and no.
Okay.
Manufacturers are being forced to make do with electric or other alternative powertrains or downsize on engine sizes. Lambo has moved on. I mean, they still have the V12, which is mind-blowing that they still do.
I
So
think they're
kudos
doing
to-
it
they're doing
one
it
of the best ways.
Yeah,
with
no-
NA power
Yeah.
and then just a small hybrid motor.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, they killed off the V10. RIP. One of my favorite sounding
true.
engines ever. But they still have the V12 in the Revuelto. And so Ferrari, with the we'll talk about
We'll get to the Luce.
the disaster that is the Luce, but that is not looking very great for Ferrari. And all the damage is down to their stocks and all of that as of right now. What else? Lotus announced something.
I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah.
So Lotus, even just a few years ago, announced their future was supposed to be fully electric, which
Electra, was that the name?
Elettre,
Yeah.
Emaya, which is the supercar,
Yeah.
looks
that thing looks sick.
unreal.
Has that thing ever sold? Is it for sale? Like,
I
did
think
that ever go into production?
Not in North America. Well,
That's so
it's not
sad.
sold in North America, but how many have they sold in China or Europe?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's for sale anywhere. I haven't seen any owner with it. I've seen the press
good point.
cars,
Yeah.
but that never came to fruition. So I think based on the consensus, people are not interested in electric supercars or hypercars.
I think it's also just a high dollar thing. Like, I'd be interested to see how many Rolls-Royce Spectres are being sold, because that to me is like a very
Yeah.
it looks very much like just a gas powered Wraith or
I've seen just one
in person.
ever.
Okay.
Just
okay.
one. I saw it. It came to when I used to work at the custom shop that I was at. It came to one of the other shops for something, maybe insurance related, because
Yeah.
there were a lot of car shops around the area. So I was like, oh shoot. I was like, is this guy lost? So, yeah, that was the only one I've ever seen.
So Lotus basically just announced they're bringing out a V8 hybrid car,
I'm excited.
which is in one respect 2 years ago, I made a video with the manual transmission V6 Amira, And my whole intro hook for that. Yeah, exactly. That's what are you gonna do? It gets clicks, and at the time, the industry was very strongly being pushed both in legislation and all that in that direction. But now it's kind of a happy curveball.
Yes, it is pretty cool because the last V8, Lotus was big on V6s or 4-cylinders with the Elise and the Exige and the Evora. And what's the other one? The Emira.
Emira, yeah.
So to go V8, I think the last one that had the V8 was it the Esprit?
It's got to be.
Yeah, from way back in the day. So it's pretty cool that they're bringing back the V8 in an age where people are killing off the big cylinder motors or the big engines in general. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Now that I think about it, how much of this do you think is maybe a response to something like the Temerario? Because I can't imagine this car, I think codename Type 135 right now, is going to be much cheaper than a Temerario. I think this is going to be an expensive.
I think it'll be like
car.
150. Because what does the Evora start at? Probably 200.
Emira.
Okay, sorry, Emira.
Emira starts at about 110 US. It is not a cheap.
So I'll say probably 200.
I was gonna say about 200.
Yeah,
which undercuts the Temerario. By a lot.
Yeah, because Lotus has not been known to produce insanely expensive. So I'm very curious to see what direction they go with price range, with power, all of these things. Being hybrid, I'm sure it'll be extremely fast. So
yeah, I think they quoted 980 at least 980 horsepower.
Cool. That's cool.
Which we kind of touched on it last week a little bit, but power is not everything.
No.
But when you've got a V8, you have just at least a reason to rev it out. But
also if it has that much power, but also it's a hybrid, so it's going to have more weight. So I'm curious to know power to weight, which is going to be faster, that or something else that competes with it. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't weigh as much as the moon.
No. What's your cap on that? Like, what is I should know this, but a Revuelto weighs
40 something pound, 100 pounds.
I believe it's just over 4,000 pounds.
Heavy.
Don't quote me on that. I'm probably a couple hundred pounds off.
It's definitely over 3,000. It's definitely over 4,000. I think.
Yeah, I think it's
a
low
big
fours.
Car.
It's a big car.
Yeah,
it's a heavy car. But it's that battle of adding all this tech. You've got rear steer, you've got hybrid assist for the front. But you're battling weight, but the only reason you have weight is because it's a hybrid.
Yes, I know. So I don't know. So we'll see. With Lotus, they had their add lightness was like
simplify.
Colin Chapman saying back in the day. So I'm curious to know if that still exists. But they're owned by, is it Geely?
Geely, yeah.
So I don't know. Like before, I thought again like Lotus was going away on fully electric, but now they've changed. So I'm like, maybe there's hope.
Lotus is in such a weird position, though, because, on one hand, they make just mid-engine, gasoline-powered, manual transmission cars, sports cars, and then they have just a fully EV lineup.
I know.
And then until this hybrid comes out, they do have technically a range-extending Electre, I just learned about.
Oh, okay.
But they don't really have anything in between.
No.
It's just one or the other.
I'm very curious to see where they go with this. And will they offer with the manual? Because traditionally they had the AMG 4-cylinder with the Emira, but they also have the manual. So I'm curious to know if that's going to translate. That would be cool. Manual V8, but hybrid, I don't know how they would. Hybrid and manual, no. I don't think so, but we'll see just because of the complexity that creates. I don't know how complex it is to engineer a car with the manual transmission and a hybrid. Does any production car have a manual transmission hybrid? Oh, yeah.
Not right now, but the CRZ.
I think they're going to say something like, ooh, Porsche, blah, blah, CRZ. That was an interesting car. I almost bought one at some point. If you don't know what the CRZ is, front-wheel drive, manual transmission, was it 4-cylinder? It was like a tiny engine.
I don't even know.
It was such a small engine, but it was cool. It looked sick.
It was kind of a spiritual successor to the Insight in how it looked. It's a little bit bigger than the Insight. I know someone locally, I saw one at a local shop, and he was doing a K-swap and taking the hybrid system out.
Oh, sick. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. I've always loved the way that car looked. So
they look okay. Yeah, they're all right.
And then, did you want to talk about the disaster that happened this week?
The Luce?
Oh,
this is going to be a little bit dated by the time we...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's going to be like a month. I don't even know when we're releasing this.
But we have to touch on it. Everybody's got their opinion. I don't know about you, but this is getting news coverage on so many non-car sites. People that have no interest in cars are like, Ferrari's stock dropped. In the grand scheme of things, not that much.
No,
if you
but
look at the
still,
big chart. But
perfect time to buy into Ferrari. But is it a public traded or a private traded company?
Yeah, they went public.
Oh.
I want to say 10 years ago.
Oh,
at least 10 years ago.
So it might be time to buy into Ferrari at the time we're recording this. I was honestly thinking about that yesterday. I was like, ooh, this might be a good time. Not that it's that much lower, but it is like 8%. Lower,
yeah.
I don't know how much it dropped, but
it's something. I looked at the long chart, like since they've been public, their stock was rising up until about 2025. It's been going down since the beginning of 2025, anyways.
Yeah,
which I didn't know about.
Interesting.
Probably timed roughly with the SF90 launch, maybe.
Gosh, I know. The SF90 has people have made so many memes about the sales disaster that has been, and how it's lost like hundreds of thousands, literally just. Going, which is wild for a Ferrari.
Yes.
Compared to back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But, and this is probably an episode for another time. It's like, I don't still see why they wouldn't just make a manual transmission car, Ferrari.
Did you hear the recent rumor?
No.
They have teased the idea of bringing a very limited production manual transmission car.
I'll believe it when I see it.
But
I don't think that's good.
Something that's 100 units, something like that.
But if you have a board, again, I go back to the board thing. Wouldn't you think that you would want to make as much money as possible? If you've seen what some of these early cars are, 430 manuals, 360s, any of the 355s, what they're going for, the manual transmission cars, wouldn't you just be like, yo, these people are taking too much market share? I mean, not that they care, but
no, it's not.
Still, like they're selling for insane amounts of money, like almost sometimes $50,000-$100,000 more than the automatic versions. So I'm like, just release a limited version or whatever and just print money. But I guess they're going the electric route, which is very interesting.
Well, it's the electric route is one thing, but like we talked about with the AMG GT 4-door, the first thing you have to do is make the car visually appealing.
Mm-hmm.
That's number one, especially in an age where everybody's on their phones. You pop up Instagram. It's just the first impression is everything.
Yep. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to make it like Ferrari is literally the poser, not the poser's brand. They have a lot of heritage, but traditionally, what anyone knows what a Ferrari, it's the looks. Like before even the performance, I think. Sure you had the performance back in the day they did a lot of really cool stuff. They've won a lot of races. But traditionally, like whenever I see a Ferrari, it should look like a Ferrari. It should look aggressive. It should look distinctive, not look like, no offense, look like a Honda or like a Prius or something. Like it should look different.
The Luce could be pretty much made by any manufacturer.
Oh, yeah. Like you could slap a Honda badge there and I would think it was a Honda. Yeah. You could slap a Toyota badge, I would think it was a Toyota, which is sad.
It is sad.
But even if they had, I don't really like the way the Pure Sangwe looks.
Really?
I'm
not with you on that one.
Really?
I think the Pure Sangwe, for what it is, and again, I haven't actually seen one in person, so reserve judgment of my judgment. But I think it's a great looking SUV.
It looks like a Mazda CX-30 or something.
A little bit.
Like it honestly does. Like if you had gotten a similar red, like the red that Mazda has, that wine red looking thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what color of red, but they have like a vibrant red that if you place two of them together, sure you would say, oh, it's a Ferrari. But if you replace that badge with a Mazda, people would be like, oh, this is a nice upscale Mazda. Like would just think it's an like someone that doesn't know about cars is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So to me, it doesn't do it justice. Like the look, like where are the F12s or again, like people keep, we're going off another tangent, but Ferrari is no longer part of the whole, Pininfarina doesn't design their cars.
No.
And I think ever since Pininfarina stopped designing Ferraris, I haven't gotten the appeal of a modern looking Ferrari. Again, I'm just a weird one there, but
how do you feel about both the 812 and the 12 cylinder? Because to me, the 812 and the 12 cylinder are, of course, they weren't sold at the same time. That one of them is a successor to the other. But I think they're two of the last. I mean, 296 looks pretty good too. But I think those three cars are the last kind of most true to form Ferrari designs that are out right
I would
now.
say so, but for looks, again, ever since Pininfarina, like F12 and 458 for me were my favorite are my favorite looking Ferraris. Ooh, also the what's it called? What's the big one? The La Ferrari. Those three cars, F12,
Okay.
La Ferrari, and 458. Those are my favorite looking Ferraris of all time. So I think that was probably where Pininfarina stopped, and you could see it was just downhill from there. I think in design, sure, it got faster, but then they also 458 never had a manual, but still, I don't care about. I want a 458.
No, design. Yeah,
Design-wise,
we talked about this briefly too. Even though it's only dual clutch, I have some affinity for the 458 too. I think it's a great. I've never driven one, but I think it's
so well.
one of the most perfect. I think it's just a good size.
It is such a good
NAVA,
size. It's not too big.
It's not overpowered.
It's tossable. No, the power is perfect. Very stable in the corners. Like everything about it. I've driven one a few times, and every time I drive one, it's just so nice. It's like being in an old frame. You're like, oh, this is sick. It's like it just feels good.
But
and it hasn't. I was gonna say, and it hasn't aged. To me, it still looks like a modern Ferrari.
Oh yeah.
Not in the. If you look at it, for example, a 360. It looks a little bit older.
It looks a bit 90s.
But if a Ferrari 458 came out today, I would buy it. I mean, I don't have the money, but I would buy it.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So it just looks good.
Yeah. No, I agree. And I think too, there's so many outside influences on all these manufacturers to compete, especially Porsche, especially led this charge with the Cayenne. I mean, making so much money.
Oh, I cannot imagine.
Less so now, but
Yeah.
the Cayenne, the Macan, they're just money makers, right?
Essentially, they transformed the brand, I would say.
Oh, 100%. And of course, the Cayman helps with that too. The Boxster, just getting people in at an entry level where you have the brand recognition, but something you can just daily, and it's a little bit more practical. And so, I mean, this is the reason why the Urus exists. So the Purosangue exists, but Ferrari having their first model like this, outside of the FF and the other four-seaters, to be...
FF, that's also a good car. I love the FF.
Great car.
Oh,
Beautiful car, too.
I heard it's not very reliable because of the four-wheel drive system, but
Transaxle
or transmission problems, but beautiful car.
I think it's just too big of a jump to go all EV, to do all this new design, and then the interior. I think they did some cool things with the switchgear and physical buttons. I think a lot of that actually is pretty cool.
Yeah, it does work better for me. It still doesn't look as great. I was open when they were sharing the pictures of the initial pictures of the interior. I was like, it looks different, but it's fine. It's not bad. It's not, oh my goodness, that's a Ferrari.
Exactly.
But it was still like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's not interesting. And then the exterior, and it just was a bombshell, like disaster. I do not like the way that car looked. It honestly, when we're messaging each other back and forth, I was like, suddenly Jaguar with their Type 00 is looking very beautiful right now. The Jag actually looks really nice compared to that Ferrari or the Mercedes. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how? When I was again, this is probably old news by the time we released this. But the question I had was, how did this pass the board?
I think this was just another case, potentially, this is all speculation, of what I was saying about Mercedes. I think this has just been in development for years and years, and they have to put it out.
I know they don't have to put it out. They chose to put it out.
You could pull a Honda and just completely kill your EV program.
Yeah, I'll just be like, nah, this is just a loss. Or not even kill the EV program. And I know, the infrastructure and the way it's designed, it's not gonna work perfectly with. I'm talking of like the supercars, like getting their modern lineup and just putting batteries in them. Just make them EVs, but just maybe change the design a little bit. You probably need to redesign stuff because the batteries have to go for lower center of gravity and balance and all that.
Yeah.
But still, they could do anything better than that. The Luce, the name is also terrible.
I don't even know what it means.
I don't really care about the name. Is like the least of my worries in the whole thing.
I will say,
do you like anything about that?
I don't. It's not, to me, it's not hideous. My first reaction was, what is that though? That was my first reaction.
Yeah, what is that? That looks terrible.
Not good. Usually in a more expensive car, you want to have, I believe it's called like dash to axle ratio, as well, like from the base of the dash to the front wheels. You want a big, like,
yes.
To me, the wheels are even pushed real far inside. It's got a short kind of wheelbase. It from the side too. It doesn't look premium aside from the massive wheels.
It does not look premium. And the worst part was the price. If they had said, "Oh, the Ferrari starts at 80 grand," I'm like, okay, well, not bad.
That's unrealistic, but
I heard $600,000 plus is what this car is supposed to cost. Like,
if it had been $250, I would not have been surprised.
No, I would have been surprised. If it was 100,
you think so?
100, maybe if they had priced it like a Roma, I would have not been surprised. Like 150-ish. I don't know what the Roma cost.
No, Roma's way more than 150.
Oh, really? I just thought it was the base model, 186 maybe.
I gotta Google this.
186. I just thought Roma was like that. Like it's like
it is, and this is the thing. This is the new entry level gatekeeping key that Ferrari will hand out to customers who want access to the higher tier models.
Ooh, I feel bad for Ferrari customers now, honestly. Like that's
well, once you're in the system, you're kind of hooked, right?
But the funniest part, I think, is also the people that are telling us that they're trying to convince us that it's pretty. Like there's some big names on Instagram and YouTube that are like trying to explain for Ferrari why the car is shaped as ugly as it is. I'm thinking, oh, they wanted a new style and they wanted this. Why can't you guys just be honest and just tell yourselves that it's ugly?
Well, did you see the video that with Hamilton and Leclerc?
Yeah,
it's kind of the reaction video, and they're not really reacting to it.
But they're also getting paid by Ferrari.
That's exactly my point.
So if someone was to pay me $30 million a year, I would say that this thing looks like the prettiest car I've ever seen in my life, man. Yeah. But it doesn't look good. Like. Yeah, and yes, it's no, it's no. I was gonna try to say something, but I'm like, no.
It's if this is too painful to talk about. The Roma has an MSRP starting price of $243 USD. That's
what?
Yeah. Ferraris are not cheap, dude.
I thought that was the base model.
Why did you think Ferraris were so cheap?
I guess maybe I'm still living in the early 2000s.
That inflation.
Because 458 was like 260, 270 when it came out. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably wrong, but like a Roma is 240 USD. Yeah. Yo, these manufacturers, man.
If you put some options on that, that's easily a $400,000. It doesn't
even look like I would go with an Aston of that's gonna be even cheaper, like the Vantage or something else, and it looks better. The Roma just looks fine. It doesn't look upscale like what a Ferrari should look like. But it's just me.
I think the Roma looks good. The Roma still to me has a bit of Ferrari distinct. Like it's clearly not a Lamborghini. It's clearly not a Porsche. Clearly not a Bentley.
I could mistake it for an F-Type sometimes. That gives me F-Type vibe.
That's true.
So that's to me where it should be priced in. Mm-hmm. Like the 100, 150, even 150 is kind of pushing it. Like I'm like, it's not to me. I'm not like, I should buy that. I would probably get an F-Type over a Roma. I prefer the design of the first gen F-Type to what the Roma looks like.
No.
Really? I'm just weird like that.
Have you driven an F-Type?
Oh, yeah.
Just to get off on a tangent. That's one of these cars, like two-door sports cars from 10 years ago that I have never driven.
It is insane. You need to drive. The power was one of the most surprising things because I was like, 550 horsepower doesn't seem like a lot. Oh, you feel it. It is. Yeah. It is fast. It is the best sounding, one of the best sounding cars ever.
That I will agree with.
It sounds so good. There's no RPM that thing doesn't sound insane. So I want an F-Type. So you need to drive one.
Hey, where are the keys? Throw them my way.
It's so sick.
Well, and the other question with the F-Type, before we get to like a different topic.
I mean, we're going so many tangents. It's wild.
How much are those in the used market? They've probably fallen.
I've been looking at them actually because, and we can talk about this in the future, but I'm trying to buy or look for my next sports car, essentially. So while I'm building my Datsun, we talked about it last episode, I want something that I can buy. And the V8s are more expensive. I think 50s Canadian. I think, but they've dropped. So like,
It's pretty good.
probably see for like 40 US.
Yeah.
For the V8, the V6s are even cheaper. They're like 30s.
Well, and you can get something that you can get the supercharged
Yes.
V6 in the middle ground,
Yes.
which is kind of
The
cool.
best one, I think, is the manual. They made some of those cars in manual. Very rare.
The V6 one?
Yes.
Wow.
Supercharged V6 manual.
Okay, that's cool.
That's that or the V8 supercharged coupe would be one of the ones that I would like. But the V6 is like 340 horsepower, 370, between 340 and 370 horsepower.
yep.
So not super fast, but it still sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Manual transmission, rear wheel drive.
Lightweight.
Yeah, I love the F-Type.
And you could do top down if you want.
Oh yeah, the convertible. I would not go for convertible.
There was actually, it's funny we were talking about this. There was the updated post facelift, I guess second gen you could call it,
Oh, okay.
convertible outside.
Oh,
And they do still catch my eye. I think it's still a
such a cool car.
good looking modern car.
R.I.P. Jag. So sad.
I mean, hey, they could pull 180 like Lotus.
True.
It's not too.
True.
No, it's too. It might
But
be
I
too
also
late.
heard that they've stopped selling cars, and I'm like, don't you have employees to pay? How can you just take a hiatus from selling cars for like 2 years? Has it been 2 or 3 years now since that Type 00 launched?
It's
2
been at
years?
least a year, probably 2.
Yeah. And
It's-
they've not done anything. Like they haven't released the car.
No, I had an F-Pace SVR press car
That's a cool car.
about a year ago, just over a year ago. And it was supposed to be the final model year, but I think they pushed it
Yeah.
to another 12 months, I believe, or maybe it was remaining stock. I don't know.
They essentially
but-
just sold off all they're like, this is a 2026 model, but it's actually
Yes.
2024 or even older. So yeah, but I don't think they're selling cars now.
No.
Which is unfortunate. My friend that was a huge Jaguar collector, I would say, he's had all the Jags. The XKRS GT, which they made 20 of in the world.
Beautiful car.
Beautiful car. He had the Project 7. Also
you
an
were telling me
amazing
about this
car.
guy,
He
yeah.
had what else? He had the E-Type, but he sold that like earlier. But he had all the and he had a Project 8. The Project 8 was insane. 600 and something horsepower. That is 4-door sedan.
That's crazy.
Insane. That is still one of the. I would buy a Project 8 any day. But anyhow, he had all these limited
Mm-hmm.
edition Jags and special Jags, and he just sold all of them and he got a Huracan and what's it called? What's the other one? McLaren. No McLaren. What's the name of that thing? Is that an MC Pura? But the Cello or
the Cello is the convertible one.
he got the
MC20.
coupe one. MC20. He got an. I'm like, dang, you're gonna lose money. But
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I mean, they've probably already just fallen off a
the
cliff.
Jags, no,
No. I'm talking about the MC20.
Oh yeah.
So now it's
but
probably
he bought
not.
it brand new. He ordered it directly from the factory. I'm like, why couldn't you buy a used one?
When you began telling me the story, I was thinking he was a smart guy. But now,
mostly,
just based off these
Yeah.
facts,
but
I'm
he still
thinking
made
to myself,
money from the Jags because the cool part about those special Jags is they don't really depreciate. At
No, of
least
course not.
Not right now, but I'm sure as the brand as they age more and they might become even more collectible. Or I don't know what the market is gonna do or what Jag is gonna do.
Yeah.
That's gonna deter a lot of owners, but. I think I don't know if he made money, but it was probably even-ish.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, sad what happened to Jag, but we'll see if they're still a brand in a few years' time.
I'd love to talk to him. Trading from all those cars, which I'm not like a Jag fanboy,
Mm-hmm.
but trading into a Huracan, which to me is like kind of just, it's like the Civic of the supercar world in a way.
Yeah.
I'm not the first person to say
Yeah.
that. They made so many of them.
But they're cool cars. They're
very
sick.
cool. Great engine, all that
Last
stuff.
V10, all the stuff. Yeah.
It's I
think
drove
it's
the
Evo.
MC20 before it was called the Pura, MC Pura.
Oh yeah, I know. They changed the name. I'm like, what are you doing, Maserati?
Great car.
Yeah.
But I mean the sound is not there compared to the NA engines.
Yeah, no, it's not. Have you seen that reel that the guy's like, I want the where's the You haven't seen that one?
No, I
I'll show it to you later.
Okay.
What is just the guy kind of like essentially getting mad at McLaren. Oh, not McLaren. What do I keep calling them? Maserati.
Yeah.
And saying all the regulations essentially have killed car sounds, which is unfortunate. But yeah.
Well, not only that, but the horsepower wars. People, I mean, superchargers and turbos were, yes, used for efficiency, but also used so manufacturers could battle it out.
Yeah, essentially.
You know, at kind of around the 600 horsepower mark was the end of, that's kind of the peak of NA engines. Thank you.
I just looked down there.
Yeah. around 600 horsepower is kind of around the peak of where you would find naturally aspirated engines making power. So, hey, if you want 1,000 horsepower, turbos, hybrid systems.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else did you want to add?
No, I think we're fine. I mean, Luce, we've kind of covered it. You guys know it's not the EV Ferrari we wanted. Did we even want an EV Ferrari?
No.
A lot of people don't want these cars. But.
Okay, so if you were on the board at Ferrari, or if you could make decisions at Ferrari, you want, clearly, I'm assuming that manufacturers are kind of like, or no, the government is trying to tell them to make an EV, or because I know some of these brands have a carbon footprint, and you have to make
exactly
a car that is probably closer to carbon neutral and sell more of those in volume to make the cool stuff, essentially.
Yeah, it's a percentage.
Yeah,
I
the
believe.
percentage of that. So I'm assuming that maybe the EPA or whatever gas or environmentalists are telling them to make something that is less or less wild, and it's EV, so they can make the fun stuff, maybe.
I mean, if that's the justification, which it in part probably is, I'm cool with it. Yeah. I wasn't gonna buy an EV Ferrari anyways.
I wasn't. No.
So if people are gonna scoop these up and lose a bunch of money on depreciation,
but if you were on the board at Ferrari, like, what would your strategy look like?
I mean, first off, you said it earlier: a manual transmission, limited, especially if you want to make money, limited production. Porsche did it with the 911R 10 years ago ish. Yeah. They've done it so many times. The ST, those are 800,000 plus.
That's insane.
In the used market?
No way.
Don't quote me on that, but no, it's
800 what? Canadian.
It's over $500,000 US for an ST. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is insane.
Which when you look at
what?
A GT3 Touring brand new, it's from what I hear from people who have driven those cars, it's worth it, but
I would probably just get, because I think the only base model 911 that you can get with a manual is the Carrera T, right? I think.
Yeah, it's GT3 and Carrera T.
Yeah, I would probably just get a Carrera T. If I was to get a 911 today, I would probably just get a T, because I don't need the extra wildness that the other one offers. I'm just like, it's a 911 is still a great car, manual transmission.
Yeah, especially if you're putting a ton of miles on it. But I don't know. Ferrari, what could they have done? What could they do?
What could they have done?
I think an EV is fine, but again, not to beat on a dead horse. Is that what you say? But design is everything, and I just don't. That's like the entry point. A Taycan, like we said, those look great. e-tron look great. They're not selling the best, but people are buying them.
Oh yeah, I would take a Taycan over a Ferrari Luce or whatever. Easy. I would take what else? This electric that looks sick. Oh, the e-tron
GT
over a Ferrari Luce any single day.
Lucid Air, yeah.
There's so many of them that I would take over that thing.
Even though you don't particularly love the design, Puro Sangue, just in EV form,
would have been better.
Would have been awesome. Would have been awesome.
Oh
Anyways.
My gosh, yeah, they bombed so bad. But we'll see how it goes with Ferrari.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about videos we've shot in the past?
What minute mark are we at, actually?
That recorded for
that's half an hour. Yeah, 34 minutes or something.
We can go for another 20.
Yeah.
25.
For the videos we've done in the past, would you want to save that for another video so it's a thing, or no? Like,
do we have enough?
Because I feel like we can still stay in the realm of where we're at now.
Yeah, okay.
And just kind of use that for the whole episode.
I get you.
Yeah, potentially. Okay. I don't know. Yep. That's just what I'm thinking. But I mean, not that we're going to run out of content, but
no,
just so we're not going too all over the place.
Yeah. No. I get what you're saying.
So I'm like, in that realm, is there anything that we could explore in, I guess, the way of where the world is heading now with power, hybrids, engines, all of that stuff?
We could, and maybe this will launch into something. We could talk about the press car I'm driving this week.
What are you driving?
And we could launch from there into something. It'll probably spark something. I'm driving the 2026 Ford Explorer Tremor.
Okay.
take a guess. Take a wild guess what that's powered by and how much it costs.
When you went initially, I heard Ford Explorer Tremor. I'm just like, it's Ford Explorer, the base engine, maybe like 250 horsepower.
No, but it's gonna
hybrid
make
or
you.
something.
It's gonna make you tremble.
Tremor, I guess so. Scary.
I don't.
But yeah, what is it powered by?
So you know the Explorer ST?
Yes, the 400 horsepower one.
Yeah, so that's the EcoBoost V6. They've got two high output ones. They've got the truck version that's 3.5 liter. Then they've got this, the 3 liter twin turbo V6 from the ST. They take that and put it in the Tremor, which is the off-road trim.
Oh, that's sick. That sounds kind of interesting. How does it feel like to drive?
Well, it's first off, it's awesome because it's a bit of a sleeper.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a sleeper. Not many people know what the ST badge is.
Too. Okay.
But 400 horsepower, 415 pound-feet of torque, all-wheel drive is standard. You cannot spec rear-wheel drive like you can with the ST.
Oh, okay.
So
that's a sick motor though. Like that's such a. Every time I see one on the highway, I'm like, initially first you think it's a cop, and then you're like, oh, it's not a cop, and oh shoot, that's the ST.
Yeah.
It looks. I love the. Was it the Explorer ST? No. What's the Explorer ST?
Explorer ST. There was a Focus and Fiesta.
I don't even know.
Fiesta.
But no, like I love that. I've never driven one, but I like the extra, like the amount of power they put in it, and it just looks like it's a good time. Is that the same engine that is in the SHO?
SHO, like the Taurus?
Yeah. Or no, is that like an
no?
offshoot of the engine?
When did they stop the Taurus SHO? I don't believe there were.
2015 or
I don't think no.
Or something?
That was before they had this 3 liter V6, I believe.
Yeah. I don't know.
I've never
might be
driven
wrong.
a
I don't know.
Taurus
Well, the
SHO,
SHO looks. Again, we're bouncing around a little bit, but if you don't know what the SHO was, the more it wasn't the Ford Taurus. I think that was the only car that had it potentially. Maybe it wasn't something else. But the cool part about it was co-developed with Yamaha.
Mm-hmm.
So you had an amazing V6 engine that sounded insane. And I've actually seen that motor because the motor is actually cheap to buy. So I've seen people swapping it into like I saw it in a Datsun 240.
Are the Taurus SHOs? I thought they were transverse mounted, or did this person adapt it to
I don't remember, but I remember seeing and I was like, that's a weird header design, a weird looking motor.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh yeah, this is the same motor that is in the SHO. I'm like, what? No way. And it sounded insane. Apparently made good power.
If I had to guess, this is different, but it might be based on the same.
Maybe, I don't know.
But now that you say it was developed with the Yamaha, it's probably not. This is all.
But I'm like, dang, that's a lot of power. I wonder have you ever driven any car with that motor swapped in?
No.
Because why aren't enthusiasts taking advantage of this motor?
Well, first off, if you're doing an engine swap, I would personally go to the extra lengths to fit a manual. And Ford doesn't offer, obviously, from the factory, a manual transmission paired with this V6. Mm-hmm. It would make it difficult, but I was worried before driving this that it was going to be kind of sloppy and as far as suspension goes, because the ST is stiffer, it's more buckled down. So putting a big 400 horsepower engine with smaller 18-inch wheels and big knobby off-road tires, it's lifted an inch.
Oh, it's off-roady.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I actually don't know what this thing looks like.
And I'll show you after. And it's lifted an inch, but they've kept the suspension is actually fairly stiff.
Okay.
Which some of the competition, some of the competitors are better on the street. CX-90, MDX, they're a little bit more comfortable. But it's longitudinally mounted. It's got a proper LSD.
Nice.
It's rear bias.
Oh, that's cool.
So the power is way more than you would find in any of the competitors.
Oh yeah.
You compare this to any.
Does any other manufacturer make something similar? Like extra power in their base mundane SUV?
Yes.
But not quite Ford Raptor. It's like below the Raptor.
No, not specifically in this segment, like mid-size 3-row SUV. Mm-hmm. So this isn't Tahoe. This isn't GMC Yukon size. It's not the big body on frame stuff.
Mm-hmm,
There's still.
Yeah, this is still basic.
It's Acura MDX. They're still big vehicles. Palisade, Like I said, CX90.
But no one has a competitive
MDX
powertrain.
MDX Type S.
I didn't even know they made a Type X.
Yeah,
for
S.
MDX.
Type S.
Oh, Type S for
Type S.
MDX. That the S and X. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But again, the Type S is priced a little bit. It's like $4,000 more than the one I'm driving. It doesn't. This competes closer to the CX90, which doesn't have a performance trim per se, like the ST does with stiff suspension, but it also doesn't even have an off-road trim.
CX90, that's Mazda or Volvo.
Mazda.
Okay, because Volvo also has like
XC90. I could see how. Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, what the heck? Okay,
but
and CX90 is the 3-row, right?
Yes.
CX70 is the
2-row.
2-row. Okay, that is so weird. CX70 and CX90 because they look identical, but they have the number separating them, and they just remove the back seats.
And the CX50 looks completely different.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
And it's just a little bit
well, I'm not a manufacturer. But yeah, it feels fine to drive. Is there any, like, what does it feel like to drive?
It feels good. The steering, I don't love how it steers. It's a little bit. Have you ever been in a car that has a really aggressive return to center?
Yep.
It feels so unnatural here, and there's a weird spot on center.
Dead? Or no?
It's not dead, but it's like you pass through this spot when you're steering.
Oh, that's weird.
Because of the return to center.
That's so weird.
It's not terrible, but the steering's a little bit light. The brake is soft, which is what I would expect. But
From
then
a family SUV.
Yeah, for a daily.
Yeah.
But like I said, the suspension is stiffer than I expected. So when you begin pushing it, it feels great.
So you said it comes with like knobbly tires?
Yeah.
Who is this car for? Like, who asked for this? I'm legitimately curious.
This is, I don't want to call it a trend because I believe people actually use these for casual off-roading. I think it's a camping vehicle.
I guess so. Not like a crazy off-roady track, but like gravel roads or like service road camping. And,
service roads.
Yeah. Because I feel like I saw another manufacturer do, actually, I'm trying to remember something similar, but
Hyundai has the XRT line now.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I guess so.
And a few others.
A trend. Yeah.
It's you put smaller wheels, knobby tires, you lift it literally 1 inch. They all do the same thing, and then you put a little bit of underbody protection on the front and the rear.
Oh, so it has like skid plates?
You could call them skid plates.
Is it aluminum or is it plastic?
I believe there's steel on the Ford actually.
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
On the front.
That's not bad.
I believe. I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
But that's the formula for all these manufacturers.
And it looks, it's going to be more attractive, I guess, because it looks more brawny and aggressive, but it's just the same suspension, the same. I'm assuming it's the same suspension.
No. It's tuned for off-roading.
Oh.
Which is why I expected it to be softer than it is.
Yeah.
But it's good. I took it off up into Mission, did a little bit of light off-roading. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah, it probably has a IRS.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the diff. I mean, you step on it on loose surface, and the rear end kind of kicks out.
Oh, okay. Sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting.
It's not on the street. Is it fun to drive? No.
Because I'm assuming. Do you notice the weight in the extra tires? And because the tires are going to be heavier or bigger, do you notice the weight when you floor it? Like, does the power compensate for the like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Versus the regular Explorer.
I haven't driven the ST, so I can't directly compare, but it's fast, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's fast enough. No one needs.
Because is it turbo or supercharged?
Twin turbo.
Oh, okay. Do you hear the turbo or is it pretty?
No, you don't hear the turbos. When you floor it, and the ST gets a different exhaust, all you hear is rushing air.
Oh, okay.
It's just, it has no tone. It's just like.
Modern cars, man.
But again, it also, before we move on, it doesn't look as much like a cop car either. It's got some orange accents.
Oh, sick. So I can identify.
You can absolutely, if you couldn't identify this as not a cop, I would be worried.
Oh, okay. And what is MSRP? 60?
59 Canadian.
Oh.
Wow. Oh. Right on.
Hey.
But that gets you the entry-level 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder.
Okay.
For 59 to spec, and this is the one downside with the Tremor, is if you spec the twin turbo V6, you're forced to pay $11,000 for all these other options that you might not necessarily need.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
If you spec the optional V6, it's part of a pack that includes a bunch of other options.
Okay, and you said 11,000 more?
Yeah. So as tested for the one I'm driving is 79 Canadians. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But it did go through an update. The interior is like a lot nicer than it used to be, and it's easy to use.
That's a lot of money. Okay, so based on that price, what other because I'm assuming the other cars are cheaper, like in the price range. What? I haven't driven all of the vehicles in this segment. Okay.
But I've driven multiple CX-90s. I've driven the MDX A-Spec and the Type S.
Without the power, which would you take? Forget it has 400 horsepower.
Forget it has 400 horsepower?
Forget it has, or actually maybe let's include it.
We could include it.
Which would you take?
The CX-90 is significantly, in comparison, it's cheaper.
Oh yeah,
it's cheap.
Mazda is always known for doing good value.
Materials in the Mazda are better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, really?
Ford's done a great. The seats in the Ford. I mean, these seats are awesome. The heated seats, the hottest heated seats. No, seriously, Ford does heated seats the best.
Nice, yeah.
But overall, I just like the way the CX-90 feels. But it's a little bit more premium feeling.
I think so. Yeah, the CX-90. Every time I think about it, it just seems more premium, but not quite like luxury like Mercedes. But it is upscale from like a Toyota or a Honda or a Ford. Yeah. But then the price point too is wild. They give you pretty good value, I think, for the CX-90.
CX-90. That's my case. The only thing not the only thing, but the main thing you're paying for with the Explorer Tremor and the V6 is longitudinally mounted, huge power, so much power, and like a proper diff. That's really where your money's going.
But I'm assuming like, would that get old though? Because with all like, if you're not driving, it's a family car. You're not gonna be sending it with your kids. I mean, like, hey kids, see how fast I can take this this corner or something. So is there a point to this extra power? Like, are you ever going to explore the limits of your?
No. But again, this is kind of the pitch, right? It's a little bit easier to justify this engine and the power in this off-road package than it is an ST. Really?
Because it has more as opposed to just an engine?
Exactly. It's an excuse for the family to go camping and to go off-roading.
You convince your wife that way. Like, honey, please, I promise it's expensive because we can go camping, and then you only go camping once, and that's it. Or off-roading once, or never.
Yeah.
So, but that's 79? Is that what you said?
Canadian. This is all Canadian, by the way.
That is insane. What?
Yeah.
I guess I always, we should probably have another episode, but like new car prices are...
It's crazy.
What?
It's crazy. But this is the other competitor that I've driven, the MDX Type S, starts only $4,000 or $5,000 more Canadian starting, but still you get 355 horsepower.
So sorry, more than the base?
No, than the 79.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the massage seats on the MDX Type S, way better than the Ford. If Ford Explorer Tremor also has massage, but they're not great.
79,000.
Yeah.
For a Ford.
I mean, when you say it like that.
If it was like a Ford like truck or like a SUV, like if it was for a Raptor, you're like, yeah, sick.
Yeah.
What does the Raptor start at? You've driven a bunch. Like what?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to say 80s Canadian. I'm going to say about 85 Canadian.
So why wouldn't you just go for that instead?
Because a Raptor's like so big.
Everything is big. Have you seen cars?
Yeah, no.
Why wouldn't you just go for a Raptor? You have more ground clearance, you have more off-road capability. So you have faster, it's faster.
You were asking a second ago, do you really need the 400 horsepower? But now you're justifying
exactly.
No, but this is a great thing. You're saying like just go full into the off-roading.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like why don't just embrace it? You're already halfway there. It's like you know when you're like, while you're in, might as well. Yeah. I would justify the extra $5,000. For example, you said the Acura was $4,000 more.
Yeah.
I would probably prefer getting like instead of maybe the Acura that's like $4,000 more or whatever, or instead of paying because this is a top trim or whatever, 79 grand. If this Ford starts at, even if it's 85 grand for 10 grand more, I would probably stretch to get that extra. You're getting, I mean, the only thing is you're not getting the enclosed trunk or whatever, the back, like it's not an SUV, but then you can make an event.
Yeah, there's no third row. That's the big selling, right? It's like, and this also,
okay,
you can't spec the bench seat for the second row with the Tremor. It's a minor detail, but it's a 6-seater, not a 7 or an 8.
No, I was gonna say something very stupid, but no.
I mean, next time, hopefully, if they do another MDX Type S update, we'll have to go for a drive because I love it. Has flaws, mainly the interior they updated and everything, but for $4,000 more, you're getting air suspension.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Real torque vectoring in the rear.
Oh.
70% of the torque. I mean, it's just,
yeah. That's very
it's good.
Again, that's 79,000 price. I'm trying to think again of what else you could get for that. That's a lot of money. What?
Yes, but no. I mean, it is. No, it is.
Because the average new car price I heard is like 50 grand now, which is insane. Yeah. I feel like it goes up by like 3 or 4 grand every year.
Mm-hmm.
So very unfortunate. But what else? Like I would get. No, that's electric. Tesla. Even people don't like. People are like. Ugh.
Okay, here we go. Let's get into this. If you had a one car garage, it has to do everything, and you live where we live, which. For those of you who don't know, the greater Vancouver area in BC, it's kind of flat here. We have some good roads, a really congested, busy city, but then we've got mountains and dirt roads and camping spots. And it rains a lot in the winter.
So when you say do everything, what do you mean? Like I camp and stuff?
You have a family. Yeah, you do camp occasionally. I'm painting a scenario
Literally
for you.
a real scenario. Camping occasionally.
Because we've talked about, like, I'm not going on a hike unless I have a view.
Yeah. It's not worth it, man. You just go for a hike and just sweat and no view.
Because you daily drive a wagon right now.
Yes, I was going to say wagon is probably the best option.
So what from in a new car lot, where would you go to just get a one-car solution?
I was going to say RS6.
I knew.
But that's the default. But another interesting option, if I had unlimited money, will be the Cadillac Escalade V.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
If you're going full power, you might as well give the full enchilada there. Extra power.
Yeah.
Extra space. It's huge.
That's like the rude version of an RS6.
Yeah. I saw one in a parking lot the other day, and this guy was parked because we have an Infiniti QX80. Huge.
Oh, there you go.
I like the big big SUVs.
Body on
if you're
frame.
getting a SUV, you might as well make it as big as possible because sometimes you're going camping or you're going to random places, and sometimes the kids might they have to bring their strollers, their bicycles, their lives, potties, every little thing. Yeah. And so you want it to have the most space as possible. So and we've tried to have a small SUV and it didn't work. And I was just like, I'm just going to get the biggest thing that I can find for a good price with as much torque and power that can tow a lot.
Yeah.
And they depreciate really well, which is why I got it at a screaming deal.
You got the last NAV8 model, didn't you?
Yeah, one of the last NAV8 ones. Yeah, and they've gone turbo. The new ones are nice, but they're expensive. But give it a few years and then I'll get the But for the extra power that you're getting in the Cadillac, like... It's pretty expensive. I saw one in the parking lot and I stopped. I was like, yo, this is actually sick. And I talked to the guy and he was like, yeah. He had to convince his wife. I was like, I promised, honey, we're buying this for the family.
Of
course. Well, he's a huge
course.
car guy and he loved it. And the wife hated the noise, but I'm like, guy loved it for the extra noise that it had. But that is just the coolest SUV ever, I think.
It is what, by the definition of the word cool, I don't think you're wrong.
Cause what would you get? What would you pick
for
family?
First
go
off,
for hikes.
We both don't live directly in Vancouver. We don't live in the city. A lot of people take transit. An Escalade V is way too big for like a major city and parallel parking, dude.
You are too concerned about the important things. Just don't.
The 6 miles per gallon you're gonna get.
You need to live a little bit, man. Come on, you will forget about everything. Parking, it's big. Once you start up the car and you floor it.
Here we go. One car to do it all, dude?
Yes.
Raptor R.
Ooh. Ooh, that's good.
Done.
Raptor R is good.
Done.
That is, or TRX.
No, Raptor R.
Why? You prefer the Ford
First off,
to the...
I've driven a Raptor R. The video's on my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that's
I've never
like 800.
driven.
It's like 790 something horsepower.
720.
That's insane.
Dude, the Raptor R is scary
Raptor
fast.
R. That's not one I would have considered, but
I mean, it's not one I would either. But you told me to
what's the MSRP?
go off the deep end.
150 or 140?
US.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
around, the one I drove was about 150,000 US.
Dang, dude.
And the suspension, in contrast to the Explorer Tremor, is super soft.
So sick.
It's Baja stuff, right? So
Oh.
you get on it, instantaneous. It's like the Escalade V. It's supercharged,
just
and the whole
takes
thing,
off.
You're looking at the sky, holding onto the steering, and like
that's cool. I love the Raptor.
I've never laughed so hard in a truck.
Well, you don't have 3-row.
No.
So, and again, the
No.
percentage of using 3-row, you almost never use. Honestly, I've used my 3-row maybe like 3 times ever in the 2 or 3 years I've owned it. So you don't, but the times you need it, like you use it, it is kind of nice to be like, oh shoot, this is sick.
Yeah, you could just throw. And with a car like the QX80 has 3 rows.
QX80.
Yeah, if you need to throw adults, it's much bigger than the Explorer.
Oh yeah.
In the 3rd row.
Oh yeah. So honestly, like if I was just to get an SUV, I would probably just get again. I love how they depreciate QX80.
Yep.
It's really nice, and or even the Armada, same car.
Yep.
Nissan Armada.
Good for just good for towing, but yeah, body on frame.
It's not as
It's not as
cush
comfortable.
or comfortable as what's it called, unibody.
Yeah.
But still.
Ooh, I might go Lexus GX 550. I love those so much. It's the boxy
I
one.
don't know what that. Oh, is it the one that's supposed to replace or it's like the alternative to the 460?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the
Like old GX
the one that
460.
replaces the new Forerunner, and not Forerunner, the new
Land Cruiser.
Land
It's based
Cruiser.
on the same.
Oh, that same. Oh, I love that. That looks sick.
But it's got the V6, twin turbo V6.
Is it 3-row or no?
It is a 3-row.
Actually.
And it's body on frame.
What?
And they sell an off-road version.
What?
The 3rd row is tiny.
What's the cost of that one? Do you remember? I don't know if you keep all this stupid information in your head.
No, it's all like roughly in there. I want to say they start about 90,000 Canadian. Here in Canada,
What about the Toyota version?
For the US, for you guys, it's about 75.
What about the Toyota version?
No, but I haven't driven. Oh, I did drive the 2.4 liter inline 4 IMAX hybrid in the 4Runner, but I've heard terrible things about it, and you can't
it sounds
spec.
like a tiny engine for such a big car.
Yeah, you can't get the V6 with the Toyotas.
Really? Oh, that sucks.
That's why I say Lexus.
Oh,
it's more refined.
I
It's
see.
got more torque. I believe it's got more torque.
I love the way it looks too. It looks nice.
But here I am thinking, I love SUVs. I love the GX 550, but I would go wagon. It would. There are so many limited. The options are so
It's not
limited.
that much.
Yeah.
Volvo.
I drove a V60 Polestar a couple
The
years
wagon?
ago. Yeah.
I love the
With
way they
the-
look.
Do you know about the adjustable suspension on those?
Wait, no.
It's manually adjustable dampers.
What?
To go through your suspension settings, it's like old school aftermarket.
What?
You got to pop the hood.
Bro.
They're Öhlins.
That's legit.
Öhlins dampers. And in the rear, and I didn't do this on the press car for obvious reasons. I don't have a lift. You have to either take the wheel off. I believe you have to take the wheel off and get into the wheel well to get to the rear adjustment.
That's too much work.
You have to
but
jack the car
That
up,
sounds
yeah.
sick though. Oh, that's so cool. I would just cut a hole so I can get direct access.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, that's wild. Oh, that's sick.
But
Okay.
here's the kicker with that car.
What?
It would have been an option for me, and this is what my whole video is about. It doesn't have paddle shifters.
It has Öhlins, but doesn't have paddle shifters. Why?
No more words are needed.
Every car has paddle shifters.
Tell me why.
Even the Corvette that doesn't have a manual, like the C7, didn't have the automatic had still, or manual still had paddle shifters on it, even though it didn't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, very different. That was a stupid
Different thing,
segment,
yeah.
but still, that is dumb that it doesn't have paddle shift. What?
great car, crazy fast, 523 pound-feet of
Every car
torque.
has paddle shifters.
Yeah, no.
That's
Anyways.
so funny.
Yeah, there are a few cars that I would like dailying,
Mm-hmm.
brand new. But a lot of them are expensive, and a lot of them are hybrid and heavy. like we were supposed to be talking about the E53 AMG wagon this
we
week.
haven't even gotten there yet. Yeah, big boy, you haven't driven it yet.
I haven't driven it.
What happened?
They rescheduled, and this happens sometimes, but Mercedes needed it for something else. For an event, I think.
Yeah.
So I got pushed. No big deal. We'll
So
drive
sad.
it eventually.
Yeah,
And I've driven the sedan. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I love the E class. I don't know about the 53, but I'm open.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still like, that's also another.
Yeah.
I don't know where Mercedes is going with their stuff with everything that is happening. We talked about it last week,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see where they're going.
I think Mercedes is doing a decent job right now.
They do have a range of cars, which is good.
They
Like
have a massive spread.
a big range. So they have a lot of the market share in luxury.
4-cylinder,
yeah.
6-cylinder, 8-cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Yeah, well, it's sad where the whole EV thing, again, we're going to go back to the EV thing. It's sad that manufacturers, first of all, of cost of how expensive these cars are. I'm curious to know how much the Mercedes is going to cost. It's probably going to be like $150,000.
No, it's not that much. For the E53 AMG you're talking about?
No. I'm talking about, sorry, I'm going back to the EV.
Oh,
whatever
the
that
AMG
thing is.
GT 4-door.
GT
Oh, yeah.
4-door of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cost. But again, and just in general, of going back to how much cars cost these days is
I think part
insane.
of it is people are justifying either a high monthly lease payment or a finance payment. The majority of people, I believe I'm correct in saying, are either leasing or financing new cars. They're not putting down just
True.
a wad of
Yeah,
cash.
I guess I look at that first, and it's like, what is the total cost? Because
Of course.
usually whenever you go to lease or finance, they only tell you, well, you're going to be paying bi-weekly or monthly.
Yes.
And I'm like, that is far from the truth. Like, it's funny. I saw in my feed this week, another tangent, but it's they're trying to sell a C8 Corvette, and they said it's $480 something bi-weekly. Like, dang, that looks like a sick deal.
Sign me up.
But I'm like, that's almost like almost $1,000 a month. And
yeah.
by the time you add everything else and fees and everything, it's almost $1,000 a month in fees. And then what else? And then you don't own the car at the end. It's just a lease.
Yeah, if it's a lease, but it's also when you get to a certain level of income, let's say, and your cash flows to a point where that cash could be in other investments or other areas, and then you just jump from lease to lease to lease. You know, a few years you get bored of the C8, then you bounce it. I'm not saying spending $1,000 a month on a toy is necessarily
But that's actually smart. I never thought about
viable for everybody, but
that's something that I could do. No.
I mean, there are so many
That's
cars
so
that I would
interesting.
love to just lease for a daily.
Yeah, we
Like
can talk
little-
about that. in
little
another
hybrids
episode.
and-
Talk about that next episode too for another one of what would you, if you could lease, what would it be?
Yeah, something you don't want to necessarily own.
Yeah, because you don't want to. Also, depreciation has to be a part of it.
Exactly.
You don't want to lose a ton or lose anything.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's also the option of buying it out at the end if it's worth something or if you like it, like a lease buyout or whatever they call that.
I think EVs are generally the best for that. I think
Yeah.
you lease an EV. I think that's a pretty good rule.
It's funny because we've been talking about potentially getting an EV or replacing it because of like the gas prices.
Yeah.
My wife was in another episode. My wife was in a Tesla for the first time this week.
Oh, no
Or
way.
this past week.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my goodness, amazing old technology, blah, blah, blah. And so we're trying to see of how we can get it. But I'm like, yeah, even though some people might not agree with things going on in Tesla now, but still Elon did a fantastic job with putting these cars together and essentially shooting the car world up, essentially telling them, you guys
Catch up.
catch
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
because Tesla was like 10, 15 years ahead of everybody else and still are. It's wild. And so all the technology that it has, it was like, oh, maybe we should get a Tesla.
Here's a question. Was she enamored by... Is that a real word?
Yeah,
I don't know.
enamored. Like,
I think
she,
so.
Like, does she like it?
Yeah. Was she like wowed by the self-driving or like
The tech.
the
There's a tech, the
screen
package,
and stuff?
It's clean
Okay. Yeah.
inside. It's not cluttered
Simple.
with buttons. She doesn't just like, it looks simple. It's just the minimalist look she likes. So, yeah.
Could you ever live with... You've driven Teslas, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Could you ever live with like having park reverse neutral drive and stuff on the screen? Because I couldn't.
I feel like I can.
I mean, I could get used to anything.
Get used to it.
My first impression though, driving is just, there's so many things from a user standpoint where I'm just
be better.
There's so much friction. What is supposed to make life easier
The
makes
physical
my
buttons
life
or lack of is definitely a downside, but but it is a vehicle that we could potentially see ourselves getting because we don't drive that much. So we could make this another episode. I feel like we're going in too many million different ways.
I do want to say before we wrap it up here, multiple people, you'd be surprised, and maybe people watching or listening know people like this, but I know multiple people who own, for an example, RWB Porsches, multiple R34 GTRs, Lamborghinis, and they all daily Tesla Model 3s.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're not ashamed about it. They're like, this is the best thing, an appliance, and it creates kind of like a spread between the boring, mundane, weekly stuff and your weekend, like loud.
Oh yeah, takes you where you need to go. There's no frills. It's like it's just easy. Technology's great.
It's stealthy. You blend in.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who you are.
And it's fast. You can, if you want to be a hooligan for a few seconds of experience that instant torque, you can.
Yeah.
So as much as people bash Tesla, they're not bad. They're good cars. So
they are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But, yeah, I know. Not unfortunately. They're great. So with that said, that's pretty much it. Anything else? I feel again, we've gone over time of what we're supposed to be talking. I think we're gonna keep this to an hour. I think, but
I don't think we should have like a hard limit.
Oh, really? Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, if we go hour and 20, but I do. Let me know your thoughts on this. I think we should ask for listener questions. Did we do that last week?
100%. That would be nice. We didn't do that last week, I don't think.
We should make an email address for that.
So we should, we're just starting all these things, so we don't even have any of these things yet. So.
On the video, we'll put it up on screen right now for an email address. You can send your questions.
Any potential topics that you would want us to talk about as well. If anybody's listening.
People are listening. And
nice.
We'll be, again, we'll have new cars we're driving pretty much every week. And for a future topic, for a future episode, Elvis and I, like we mentioned, have shot a bunch of videos together and driven the same car at the same time, side by side. So to relive a few of those and reflect on those experiences might be fun.
Yes, it'll be fun. Oh, some of the cars are so good. Yeah, invite me on more of these shoots. I have more time now.
Sweet.
So I can come on them. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Thank you all so much for watching this video / listen to the audio if you're an audio only type of guy or gal.
Follow us.
Yes.
On Spotify or wherever you're listening.
Yes. What is the name of this podcast again?
Seat Time.
Yes.
All right.
Still new, so we're still getting the hang of or getting the swing of things.
All right.
Yeah. And if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up so we can know how it is, or leave a comment on Spotify and all that because I know you can do that.
Yeah.
And we will see you guys and girls, if there are girls watching, next week.
Next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Bye.